It's 4:20 p.m. at the Howling Moon Studios here in Northern California. It is a rainy day. In fact, we've had several in a row, which for May is practically unprecedented in Northern California. It is, however, the weekend. It's a great day to get together and play some music. And I'm in a really good frame of mind for playing music. I'm going to play a bunch of my stuff. When I was young, well, I was also poor. My luck was bad, and I could never score. Every day was strange, then my fortunes changed. Fell in love like never before. Well, I fell in love when you first walked through that door. And every day I love you more and more. More and more and more. More and more and more. Every day I love you more and more. Oh, when I look at you, I can't believe you're real. 'Cause in every way you are my ideal. I'm living in a dream, weed and wine and ice cream. I can't believe how great you make me feel. I fell in love when you first walked through that door. And every day I love you more and more. More and more and more. More and more and more. Every day I love you more and more. I can't pretend to be cool. You can see through me like glass. My cards are facing up again. I always know what's up again. When I'm out of line, you're there to kick my ass. I was saying, darling, I fell in love, just walked through that door. And every day I love you more and more. More and more and more. More and more and more. Every day I love you more and more. More and more and more. More and more and more. Every day I love you more and more. Well, it has been a crazy day, actually, but also a crazy week and a crazy several weeks since we were last together. It just feels like, I guess I was with you last week, but over the last month, so many things have happened that, are causing enormous harm and stress to people. And, but there have been also some cool things that have gone on, which is comforting. But today, I don't even know where to start today. So Anne recorded the coronation in the United Kingdom. So on BBC, so it's like 6 hours worth. And so we kind of worked our way through it this morning. And I'm honest to God, I have a hard time relating to any of it because, there must have been a time before high definition television when all of this pomp and circumstance looked really great. But, watching it there in, high def, where you could see the new king, like complaining in that carriage about how the ceremony, there'd been flaws in the performance. And it's like, it would be better not to know that these people are not nice people. At least that's how it is to me. Life's been good, I've no complaints, oh, none that I can think of. Looking back, I see the things that made me who I am. Accomplishments and fun, and some fulfillment. Then a sudden shock gave me a reason to reflect, to change my life, to start it over. Today in Easter sunrise skies glow upon the mountain. A brand new start, a brand new day, new history worth recounting. Out of nowhere came a vision that took my breath away. Thought I saw my image in a mirror. Who can understand the changes when you think your time is done or gone, or all but over? I would like to show you what I've done, to give you all the love you've earned, to prove that every day is Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday. Springtime in the Wasatch brings a springtime to my life. The best of friends I'd ever had, a true and loving wife. Now I seek a balance between the old me and the new. There's space in here for everything that matters. And now each morning brings renewal. The cycle starts anew. I'm far from over. Far from over. I would like to show you what I've done, to give you all the love you've earned, to prove that every day is Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday. Looking toward the future, I have dreams and hopes and vision, endless possibilities, a great new sense of mission. Together we can make the future anything we want. The universe expands a bit each moment. There's no reason to get old. It's only in your mind. You can start over. You can start over. I would like to show you what I've done, to give you all the love you've earned, to prove that every day is Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday. I will get to the rest of today's events later, but first, I mean, how about the Supreme Court, huh? You know, when I was a kid, we were, taught that being a Supreme Court justice was something very serious, and that the people had to be incredibly well-read and very thoughtful and deliberate, and it was not at all unusual for people to become philosophically different as Supreme Court justices than they had been previously as appellate court justices. Some people went from conservative to liberal, and some people went the other way. Now, it just appears that a huge part of the court is just available for sale, right? So the Chief Justice's wife got $10 million or more in fees for placing legal professionals in key jobs related, in some cases, to the court, which is seems like a terrible thing. Then we had Kavanaugh with his massive credit card debt that disappeared right before he became a Supreme Court justice. And then obviously all the Me Too issues with him. And now we got Clarence Thomas. and his seemingly special relationship with Mr. Crow, who not only lavished massive free vacations on him and jet travel, but apparently bought his mother's house and still lets her live there, and sent his kind of adoptive son to a very expensive private school. And, you know, that's the kind of friend we all need, right? We need several of those. But I don't think that kind of friend really exists. And I think if you're a Supreme Court justice, it's just, you know, it's not just it seems unethical, it seems illegal, right? In fact, all of those things to me smack of illegality. And, you know, if you have that going on the Supreme Court, that's just bad. They sent us a message filled with scorn. It said, Foxtrot uniform, Charlie, Kilo, Yankee, Oscar uniform. We focused on that message, trembling in our hands. It took us a minute, it took another minute, it took a lot of minutes for us to understand. It means they don't respect us anymore. The rights we took for granted are running out the door. But the thing that really hurts us, that breaks our hearts in two, the people who support this look a lot like you. We asked them a question, got a message in return. It said, Foxtrot uniform, Charlie, Kilo, Yankee, Oscar uniform. We looked again in silence at the message in our hand. It took us a minute, it took another minute, it took a lot of minutes for us to understand. It means they don't respect us anymore. The rights we took for granted are running out the door. But the thing that really hurts us, that breaks our heart in two, the people who support this look a lot like you. We can't believe this bullshit after all that we've been through. Oh, whiskey tango foxtrot, oh, whiskey tango foxtrot, oh, whiskey tango foxtrot, I owe you. Gonna send a message not so warm. It'll say, Foxtrot uniform, Charlie, Kilo, Yankee, Oscar uniform. We hope that it confuses them, messes up their plan. It takes them a minute, a whole lot of minutes, a lifetime of minutes for them to understand. A lifetime, you hear me? I mean, all this stuff going on in the Supreme Court. You'd think they knew nothing about the law, or at least they don't care about it. I mean, where I come from, the whole point of the law is to basically give people a chance to get along well by being fair to everybody. By definition, I think the law has to apply equally to everyone. And if it doesn't, well then, you know, it's hard to respect. And I think that's where we are with the Supreme Court. I think these guys, by pretending the rules don't apply to them, you know, they set the kind of precedent that causes things like this to just totally fall apart. Kind of the way this song is at this point, because I've been going on for way too long. So the other wild thing that happened today, of course, is the Kentucky Derby. So if you're sort of thinking about institutions that maybe have passed their sell-by date, I think today has been almost a, you know, Olympics of that, right? First, you've got the coronation of King Charles III, which, I don't know, again, I don't get a vote, but sure didn't seem like it seemed odd, let's just put it that way. And then the Kentucky Derby. And the news that this week, 7 horses have died at Churchill Downs, including several that were supposed to run the Kentucky Derby. It's like, what the hell's going on here? If you can't run horse races without killing the horses, you shouldn't run horse races, right? And, again, I think that the hats that people wear at coronations, the hats that they wear at the Kentucky Derby, are really excellent. But I wonder if we couldn't find another place to wear the hats. Like, I would propose the Dead and Company final shows at Oracle Park in San Francisco. If everybody there wore a Kentucky Derby outfit, that would be pretty funny. The guys could be there in morning suits and, top hats, and the ladies could be in long gowns with weird hats. That would be different. I want to send this out to Sumita. This was written about her husband. Sun came up this morning, caught me by surprise. A desperate question answered, a hungry baby cries. The city lights still shimmer as traffic weaves its way. Life goes on, but not the same. It's different today. In my mind, you'll always be a young man finding gold. In every situation, your warmth would melt the cold. I tried to share my greatest gift, to put your mind at ease. Worry that I may have missed the forest and the trees. Let your burdens disappear, let the door swing close. No more struggle, no more fear, triangle of repose. The sun came up this morning, cosmos in the air. A desperate answered question, a hungry truth laid bare. Your lighthouse fire guides me here from far away. Your melodies inspire me when emotions fray. Let your burdens disappear, let the door swing closed. No more struggle, no more fear, triangle of repose. Let your burdens disappear, let the door swing closed. No more struggle, no more fear, a triangle of repose. If the sun comes up tomorrow, will I be there all day? Another puzzle fragment, another game to play. My wattage isn't epic, so hear me when I say, hoping time to shine as bright as you shine today. Let your burdens disappear, let the door swing closed. No more struggle, no more fear, triangle of repose. Let your burdens disappear, let the door swing closed. No more struggle, no more fear, at your angle of repose. At your angle of repose. So, you know, there's been a lot of, I think, anti-something going on, right? A lot of attempting to stoke fear against people who are not white and male, right? This whole notion that you can't turn around in a driveway or knock on the wrong door or any one of a number of other things without somebody pulling a gun on you. That whole thing, it just strikes me as, well, that there's nothing good about it, right? And I think it reminds me that I want to be around people who value everyone around them and who are open to, you know, meeting new people and trusting that they will be good. You know, this whole thing about living in fear all the time doesn't work for me. And one of the things I love about the community around us is that people in general are very positive. And I take a lot of energy from that, and I hope to give back some. But I get a lot of energy from all the positivity. And I think it really matters right now. There's just so much weirdness going on. Anyway, this is a song on behalf of a lot of people who are not getting a fair deal. Born in the village south of the border, brought here when she was 3. Always in shadow, she got into college, worked hard, and earned a degree. 5:55 Monday, sirens in the distance, nightmares intruding again. Emotions all tangled, will they deport her? Felt worse, but doesn't know when. Heading to work, Vicky is driving, Leon does time in the pen. He got pulled over a roach and no taillight, they sent him up a river for 10. 5:55 Tuesday, police lights are flashing, pulling her over this time. What will the charge be? She worries out loud. Is driving while black still a crime? Whoa, another day's coming. Small steps are better than none. Whoa, a better day's coming. All of us acting as one. Head under a rainbow outside Laredo, 2 young men living in sin have their own bedrooms, pretend to be roommates, dancing on the head of a pin. 5:55 Wednesday, somebody been snooped, spray painted threats on a wall. Can't help but see it, they fear to fight it, cautions 9/10 of the law. Whoa, another day's coming, days are better than none. Whoa, better days coming, all of us acting as one. Tend your own garden, let me tend mine, live and let live all the time, live and let live all the time. People believe what they believe, that should be okay with you. You believe what you believe, doesn't mean I believe too. Madison wrote it, let's try to live it. Playing field favors a few. Let's join together, forward together, stronger together is true. Whoa, another day's coming, small steps are better than none. Whoa, a better day's coming, Hollis acting is one. Whoa, another day's coming, small steps are better than none. Whoa, another day's coming, Hollis acting is one. Hollis acting is one. I will say one of the things that really encouraged me was this. A week ago, the National Security Advisor to President Biden, a guy named Jake Sullivan, gave a speech about the economy, but from a national security perspective. And he basically goes, you know, we've gone with neoliberalism, this idea that markets should make all the decisions in the economy. We've gone with that for 40 years, and you know what? It's not working anymore. We need to do something different. That was, to me, the coolest. I mean, the notion that the National Security Advisor to the President actually gave a speech to that effect was, to me, amazingly positive. I mean, the sort of thing like, oh my God, if they actually understand, and I don't think there's any way this guy gave the speech without the total buy-in of the president. I mean, that's something I can get excited about. I mean, I think that's something AOC could get excited about. I mean, moving past neoliberalism is going to be hard because, you know, we've been in that model for 40 years and nobody knows anything else. But it's just not working. And so we need to get to a model where we address real problems, right? We got to deal with climate change, and we got to make things a lot fairer. And all those things are possible, but it'll really help if we move to something that actually values people and values public investments and the kinds of things that we did during the New Deal. I mean, it'd be different because the situation is different, but analogous to it. Anyway, we'll talk about that some other time. This is Forget. Sunlight through a hotel window, marina swaying wine, gentle swells and harbor smells, afternoon and night, voices from the cafe tables, the soundtrack for their life. She dreamed he'd be a memory soon, he dreamed she'd be his wife. He said, I think you're lovely. He said, you always glow. He said, you thrill me like no other, and forevermore. He said, you take my breath away. You're perfect, this I know. She turned to him and said, I'm glad you think so. Twilight turns to evening, evening turns to night. Heartbeat slows and traffic flows, artificial light. Voices from the street below, voices in his head. From a dream she stood before him, this is what he said. He said, I think you're lovely. He said, you always glow. He said, you thrill me like no other, and forevermore. She said you take my breath away. You're perfect, this I know. She turned to him and said, I'm glad you think so. She said, I'm glad you think that I'm as perfect as can be. I only wish I saw in you the things you see in me. Well, that she turned and left him standing by the door. And as she disappeared, he cried an echo forevermore. He said, you know you're lovely, you know you always glow, you know you thrill me like no other, and forevermore. I can take my breath away, you're perfect, this I know. In his head she said, I'm glad you think so. In his head she said, I'm glad you think so. In his head she said, I'm glad you think so. I want to send this one out to Tracy Sheridan. Tracy, I hope that, springtime is bringing you good health and great joy. Southern Cross shone distant, beacon in the night, constellations burning, beckoning light. Trouble above, darkness falls, Orion is broken, the eagle is lost. Raining down to the ground, stars fall from the sky. Life is changed, rearranged in the blink of an eye. Mountains of rain reflect the pain. We hear the swirling of the wind. Clouds of tears, undiminished by the years, haunting us over and over again. Raining down to the ground, stars fall from the sky. Life is changed, rearranged in the blink of an eye. How many times we start over again? Orion is back in the southern sky. Prophets know the eagle will fly. Southern Cross shine closer, beacon in the night, constellations burning, beckoning bright. Raining down to the ground, stars fall from the sky. Life is changed, rearranged in the blink of an eye. Raining down to the ground, stars fall from the sky. Life is changed, rearranged in the blink of an eye. In the blink of an eye. All right, Tracy. I hope that gives you some energy. So the Jake Sullivan speech, again, you're probably not going to read it, and that's okay because, the key thing that matters is that the Biden administration recognizes that we need to have a different kind of economy going forward. That Russia's invasion of Ukraine, which, basically pushed the price of oil in Europe up a ton because Germany was getting all its oil from Russia and decided they couldn't do that anymore, and that wound up pushing up the price of oil. And so, the U.S. had turned over its manufacturing to China, and so now that China's getting belligerent again, we have to pull some of that back, and that's going to be inflationary also. So you have two sources of inflation that Federal Reserve can't touch. And, the fact that Biden understands that the Fed isn't actually the way we're going to solve this problem, that inflation isn't a big deal as long as everybody's employed. I mean, it's not nice, it's not good, but everybody can absorb it together if everybody remains employed because wages have to go up to compensate. And, the trick is the Federal Reserve can't do anything about interest rates and inflation except by choking off the economy, which I don't think at the moment is the best strategy. And it seems Biden understands that. And that's like, wow, that's cool. Or if not Biden, at least somebody in his administration understands it. And to me, that's a very positive thing. Tentacles of darkness squeeze out the light. Shadows cannot hold that picket line. From every nook and cranny, jagged shards of glass, ready to waste with undue haste and undefended mind. But what can you do? But what can you do? Sparks of waves and lightning jump across the sky, distorting all the objects in your view. From every nook and cranny, kaleidoscope and swerve, nothing you see can possibly be such a funky shade of blue. But what can you do? But what can you do? There's a light at the end of the tunnel. You say something good to me it looks like an oncoming train. Looks like an oncoming train. Pressure, pressure, building by degrees, crushing peace of mind like the dust beneath your feet. From every nook and cranny, dagger set to fall, ready to shred and leave for dead the hope of true relief. But what can you do? What can you do? There's a light at the end of the tunnel. You say something good is bound to come on. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, but to me it looks like an oncoming train. Yes, it looks like an oncoming train. Yes, it looks like an oncoming train. Yes, it looks like an oncoming train. So CNN's going to do a town hall with Trump next week. It's like, these people haven't learned a damn thing, right? I mean, it's like, you got to be kidding. You're just going to, I mean, they're just going to treat this guy like he's, well, like he's entertainment, basically. And it's like, everybody's looking to everybody else to fix the problems in society, right? We're all basically too addicted to convenience to do anything about it. And, you know, part of what I like about our whole scene here, right, is it's sort of like we're living our own little world. We're making our own world because that's pretty much what you have to do. You can't really buy into the bigger picture because the bigger picture is pretty screwed up. Fortunately, we don't live in the bigger picture. We live right here. So, I'm going to write I'm going to play a song that I wrote after Hurricane Sandy when Moonalice was playing while it was starting, and the band beat a hasty retreat and left the crew and all the poster artists behind, which was a terrible mistake. Saw it come from 1,000 miles, with every hour it grew. An epic storm marking time, that crawled before it flew. We shared a meal, just you and me, telling stories naturally, making light of danger we both could see. When signs turned into warnings, I made my getaway. You stayed behind, faking brave as blue skies turned to gray, and the sky came crashing down. The oceans rose from underground. I was feeling safe, but all alone on the last chopper out of Saigon. Was a month the lucky ones who made it out that day. I hitched a ride on Noah's Ark. I never thought to stay as the city disappeared below. Creeping dread began to grow for friends I left behind in my rush to go. When signs turned into warnings, I made my getaway. You stayed behind, fake and brave as blue skies turned to gray, and the skies came crashing down. The oceans rose from underground. I was feeling safe, but all alone on the last chopper out of Saigon. Will I get another chance to prove myself to you? To prove myself to you. Storm ripped through your city, homes and lives destroyed, neighborhoods blown away as if by an asteroid. I waited for some word from you. I held my breath till I turned blue. When the good news came, I cried and finally knew. When signs turn into warnings, next time I will not run. We stay or go together. We'll face our fate has won. When the skies come crashing down, the oceans rise from underground, I will all be gone, or no one's going on the last chopper out of Saigon. We'll all be on, or no one's going on the last chopper out of Saigon. The last chopper out of Saigon. You know, one of the things that I'm reminded of right now is that the power of human connection, this notion that we all have a community here and that we are stronger when we share each other's values and look out for each other. And right now there's a massive strike going on in Hollywood. The Writers Guild of America, the Western district of it, which is LA, is on strike, and they're trying to shut down Hollywood productions because, quite candidly, as the business moved from film and television to these long-form Netflix-style series, the writers got completely screwed, and you know their income has been badly affected by this. And the thing is that the film companies and agencies and all the people who are on the other side, I think secretly they're expecting that maybe ChatGPT and its successors will be able to reduce the amount of human talent they need to prepare scripts. And I'm sitting there going, there's two parts of that that don't make any sense to me. I think human entertainment is inherently human. I think it's really hard for computers don't have any empathy, and I don't know how they can make great entertainment without it. Can they make background music? Sure, but I just don't see them making great entertainment. Even if you talk about the first draft, I don't know. I think you can do derivative stuff, make a new version of Titanic, but I don't see it. But anyway, I feel enormous solidarity with these folks and the teachers unions and everybody else who's been striking, nurses. The reality is the people with the money have gotten all the benefits for a long time. And I think the people who do all the work, particularly the people who have jobs that matter, like teaching, like being a nurse, like being a screenwriter, those people deserve a bigger piece of the pie. So I'm personally watching, pre-recorded stuff. Pacific breezes carry sound of laughter and of tears, of people's grand adventures, happiness and fears. People taking risks, people losing all, people getting up again every time they fall. That's right. Some paddle out at daybreak, some paddle out at night. Some won't paddle out at all for fear a shark may bite. Some live near the mountains, some live near the bay. Some live every moment of every single day. That's right. Let me take your hand, my friend, join you on your way. A journey of a million steps begins from here this day. Break out from your comfort zone, escape the prison you call home. Awaken dreams of things postponed, oh, things postponed. Live a little, love a little, do it all the time. Eat a little, smoke a little, little's not a crime. Have a little, share a little, little in return. Buy a little, sell a little, little, burn. That's right. 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 You have a perfect home, a perfect job, perfect dog. Maybe just the opposite, a mud hole in a bog. Maybe in the middle, where days are all the same. Maybe you just wonder if it's you that is to blame. That's right. Let me take your hand, my friend, join you on your way. A journey of a million steps begins from here this day. Break out from your comfort zone, escape the prison you call home. Awaken dreams of things postponed, of things postponed. Live a little, love a little, do it all the time. Eat a little, smoke a little, little's not a crime. Have a little, share a little, little in return. Buy a little, sell a little, little, burn. That's right. 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 So one of the things about the music scene right now, if you think about it, is that live shows are, something we have not been able to enjoy for a while, and so being at them really is, at least for us, been amazingly energizing. We've gotten to see people in person that we haven't seen in a while. Moonalice has been off the road 6 months, so we hadn't seen people for a long time, and I cannot tell you how much it meant to us to see those of you who came out either at 420 in San Francisco or at the incredible Skull and Roses Festival down in Ventura. He begged her to marry him. She said, "You must be mad." He told her, "No, that's not my name. Say yes, we'll both be glad." She said the odds were almost nil. Besides, she had to run. He said, "What are the odds, my dear?" She said, 1,000,000 to 1. 1,000,000 to 1 sounds good to him. You may think he's crazy. He's always been an optimist. His dreams are never hazy. She's 1 in 1,000,000, so 1,000,000 to 1 are odds that he'll be buying. Any odds better than 0 to 1 are certainly worth trying. He's not one who usually plays for miracles and long shots. He knows what he likes and knows what he wants, knows to pick his spots. You won't find him playing cards or ponies on the run. Just this once, he knows he'll beat odds of 1,000,000 to 1. 1,000,000 to 1 sounds good to him. You may think he's crazy. He's always been an optimist. His dreams are never hazy. A 1,000,000 to 1 can't stop a dream. It's worth the risk of dying. Any odds better than 1,000,000,000 to 1 are certainly worth trying. If the goal is right and the soul is right and the spirit really moves you, ignore the odds and go for broke. Your dream will come to you. 1,000,000 to 1 sounds good to him. You may think he's crazy. He's always been an optimist. His dreams are never hazy. She's 1 in 1,000,000, so 1,000,000 to 1 are odds that he'll be buying. Any odds better than 0 to 1 are certainly worth trying. If the goal is right and the soul is right, the spirit really moves you. Ignore the odds and go for broke. Your dream will come to you. If the goal is right and the soul is right, the spirit really moves you. Ignore the odds and go for broke. Your dream will come to you. Ignore the odds and go for broke. Your dream will come, your dream will come, your dream will come to you. Why do some people resist? Maybe they get pissed at people who are different from them. Why is it not okay to live your life your way and let the rest live theirs in peace? Look in the mirror, what do you see? Hopes and dreams and true belief. If nothing is perfect, what should it be? Minding your business will set you free. Minding your business will set you free. Why would anybody care how someone cuts their hair, how they live or who they love? Why don't you just get high? Maybe you should try to live and let live. Look in the mirror, what do you see? Hopes and dreams and true belief. If nothing is perfect, what should it be? Minding your business will set you free. Minding your business will set. Oh, let it be. Yeah, you and me. Ooh, listen to me, please. Look in the mirror, what do you see? Hopes and dreams and true belief. If nothing is perfect, what should it be? Nothing in business will set you free. Minding your business will set you free. Some days my life is like a piñata, beaten and broken with bits scattered hither and yon. Please take me home, I gotta get out of here. Later I'll pick up the pieces, but I gotta go. Three little words can turn the dark into daylight. Three little words can stop the storms at night. Take me in your arms, say the words that sustain me. Say them like you mean them, and I'll be right again. Please say the words you know that I'm craving. Please, please, please don't pause to think. Make no mistake, it's my heart you're saving. Please, please, please don't let me sink. Three little words can turn the dark into daylight. Three little words can stop the storms at night. Take me in your arms, say the words that sustain me. Say them like you mean them, and I'll be right again. Words aren't toys, be careful how you use them. Write them or speak them, your thoughts transform my world. Three little words, not 10,000 pictures, is all that it takes to heal my aching heart. Don't pause, 'cause it rattles my cage when fragile emotions emerge. Three little words can turn the dark into daylight. Three little words can stop the storms at night. Take me in your arms, say the words that sustain me. Say them like you mean them, and I'll be right again. I have to be the one to tell you, but I've been feeling bad. I went to see my doctor, find out what I have. He poked around and he prodded, and he gave me lots of tests. Then he made a diagnosis and he taped it to my chest. It said toys in the attic, that's what you got, old son. Toys in the attic, they got you on the run. Toys in the attic, I advised you take care. Better find a toy box and clean up that mess in there. Well, I begged my dear old doctor for some meds to fix my head. He said, drugs won't help you, son. Try some exercise instead. I was feeling desperate with my head in such a state. So I went on home and asked my friends to help me medicate. They said toys in the attic, well, that's what you've got, old son. Toys in the attic, they got you on the run. Toys in the attic, well, I advise that you take care. You better find a toy box and clean up that mess in there. Well, I think I'm going crazy, my toys are on the run. My ducking friends won't help me, I just need a little fun. All that I am asking you is for a little kind. Help me put the toys away that are messing up my mind. When I went to see the preacher, it was my last resort. When me say confession, then he typed up a report. He told me God was angry with the troubles in my head, so he sent me home without dessert, made me go to bed. He said toys in the attic is what you've got, old son. Toys in the attic got you on the run. Toys in the attic, I advise you take care. You better find a toy box and clean up that mess in there. Yes, you'd better find a toy box and clean up that mess in there. Everybody learns to spell the word us like a country, not a state of mind. You and I are different, we spell things our own way. In our world, we spell us with you and I. Us is so much more than the sum of you and me. It's everything we are and everything we dream. A lifetime of experience with another life to go. And you and I are us. Everybody knows that 1 and 1 is 2. With magic 1 and 1 can add to 3. You and I are different with a different kind of math. The sum of 1 and 1 is us. Us is so much more than the sum of you and me. It's everything we are and everything we dream. A lifetime of experience with another life to go. You and I are us. I was lost. I had no will. I had no smile till we found us. Us is so much more than the sum of you and me. It's everything we are and everything we need. A lifetime of experience with another life to go. And I are us. Us is so much more than the sum of you and me. It's everything we hold and everything we dream. A lifetime of experience with another life to go. You and I, you and I, you and I are us. So yesterday was Patrick's birthday. You probably didn't know that, but it was. And we aren't doing this until today, but this song, this is for Patrick, because yesterday was his birthday, and today is less than 24 hours later. Me and a friend were walking down the street, just trying to beat the heat. We were out just to have some summer fun. We were nearly run over by a Winnebago full of nuns, chasing sinners through the night. Gonna get every transgressor in sight. Gonna